Hi, this is River Billy here. I am 24 years old from Cincinnati, Ohio. I have a lot to say. The reason why I got my face covered, to protect my identity. The reason why I don't put my real name on there, protect my identity. Because I have a lot of fucking shit to say. And you fucking stupid ass Democrats, liberals, got something to fucking say about it, you can suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just proud that I'm an American. I'm proud that I was born here on this soil. I'm proud that I was raised by white people, you know. And I'm gonna tell you about my views. So, this past election, I voted all Republican, and I don't trust the left. I hate the left. I think they're trying to disarm people that own guns because they're trying to convert this country into a fascist state. You know, like Ronald Reagan said, just paraphrasing, that I feel like, first sign fascism will promote itself as liberalism. So, with that being said, these liberals want to change this country and make it into something like Europe. And that's not going to happen. They're trying to do what Hitler did to us. What Hitler did, dismantle all those people. And I don't have a problem with the neo-Nazis or the Klan. I support. I agree with their message 100%. But the only problem is, see, I'm part Native American, and by those standards, I can't join, and it really, really irritates me that I can't, because out of all the other groups in this country, I feel like the Klan's philosophy and the neo-Nazis' philosophy makes sense, and I get it, from a heritage, being proud of being European and proud of being Native American. I feel like it's a brand all its own. The Native Americans were strong people that the Europeans took their land from them. And it's a shame it happened. And that it's a shame that there are a lot of Native Americans that are impoverished, suffer from alcoholism, suffer from severe mental health issues, and they live on, tribal lands. And it's a shame, but it's just a part of history, and I feel like it happened. You can't take it back. But in all honesty, in my opinion, Native Americans are the most oppressed minority group in this country. But you don't see them bitching. You don't see them complaining about anything. They live their lives and they do the best they can. It's like every other group, black people, they want to sit and complain about something that happened, in 1865, and civil rights. Yeah, I mean, I understand, you were brought here on ships. You can't change that. Our ancestors can't change that. It's done and over with, and I understand that y'all want equality, but you know what? There's just, it's just fucked. I know, I mean, I have no problem. I tolerate black people. Shit, I got black friends, but at the end of the day, if there was a race war, I think I would have to side up with my brothers, my white brothers, because I was raised up by white people. Yeah, I had a black stepfather, but, and my little brother and sister are biracial, but, their culture, it, it'll suck you in. You know, it's nice. You know, the big car, you know, the cars, the women, the money, the rap music, the lifestyle. But I realize, you know, that lifestyle leads to death. You know, and white people are trying to imitate that, and they're not staying true to their heritage. At least black people have their own thing that's theirs. White people, you know, we have what we have, you know, and you know, it's fucked up. It's like we live in a country where you can't even be proud to be white because then you're deemed a racist. You know what? I am racist. You know, majority of the blood that flows through my veins is white. Yeah, by their standards, by the Klan standards, I'd be considered a mongrel. By the neo-Nazi standards, I'd be considered a half-breed. But I want to let y'all know that y'all have my support. I'm going to let y'all know that I'm not going to let my native heritage let y'all know that if something were to hit the fucking fan, you know, I'm got your back, you know. Because I'm going to choose a white person over a black person any day. I don't trust niggers. I don't trust them sons of bitches. Mexicans, I ain't got no problem with Mexicans. You know, Mexicans are white too. You know, they got native ancestry and white ancestry. You know, their ancestors were Spanish conquistadors, you know. And I guess in the Klan's eyes, they're mongrels too. But you know what? The legal ones are cool, you know. What America did to them was fucked up, you know. You know, whenever it took their land, you know, which belonged to Spain. But they fought and they surrendered. But I don't like all these goddamn illegal immigrants. You know that? I don't like them sons of bitches. Why should they come here? I understand fucking Mexico's a fucked up country, but it's not America's job to take care of y'all. You all need to get your shit together and take care of your fucking selves. You know, I don't believe, you know, that one race is better than the other, but I think it's okay to be proud of who you are. If you're white, you're majority white, then I take pride in that. I take pride in my Apache heritage. See, my grandmother was Apache Native, Membreas Apache, which I think from doing my research was a sect of the Mescalero Apache in New Mexico. So my grandmother was born here in this country, and her ancestors have lived in New Mexico for hundreds of years. So, you know, but she worked, and I hate to say this too, but if you fucking stupid motherfuckers don't understand something, is that Mexican isn't a fucking race. It's a fucking nationality, you know. But if you look at their genetic makeup, it varies. They can either be white, they could be Native American, because if you don't think my dumb fucking hillbilly ass doesn't know anything, I'll teach you a little history lesson. Alright? See, the Aztecs were known as the Mexican people. Alright? And they ruled Mesoamerica, which was Mexico. And then the Spanish conquistadors came over and then took over them. And then they burned and they destroyed Tenochtitlan and made Mexico City. It's a shame that it happened, but it did. But it made Mexicans. They married into the native women of the Aztec or the Mexican people, the Mayans, the Incans, all the way down to South America was conquered by Portuguese and the Spain, which were white European countries. Okay? Now, the fucked up thing is, you know, you motherfuckers, I don't support illegal immigration. Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah, I'm going to admit it. Yeah, I got some Mexican blood flows through my veins. But you got to look at it too. I differentiate the two. You know, mestizos, by the Klan standard, by the neo-Nazi standards, are fucking another race. Fucking mongrels. Half-breeds, whatever the fuck, you know. But you know what? There still comes with the native, and it comes with the white. So it just adds on to me. See, my mother is 100% white, purebred white. My father, I don't know. But I did a DNA test, and that's what it said. 73% white, 27% Native American. So goddamn it, I take pride in those. Alright? I take pride in my heritage. And the neo-Nazis and the Klan, they assure me that I can, and I do, and I don't give a fuck. Because the left's gonna tell me, oh, you got a drop of fucking Indian blood in you. Oh, you have Mexican ancestry. You should be proud of that, but you shouldn't be proud of your white fucking privilege. Your white privilege, your fucking white heritage. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, you stupid leftists. Fuck you, you stupid liberals. Fuck you. Who are you gonna tell me what I can and can't be proud of? Do you not think that I'm not proud of my fucking heritage? I'm proud of it. Yeah. But you know what? I go with the majority. You know what I mean? I wasn't born in Mexico. I don't speak lick of Spanish. Why the fuck should I? You know? My stepdad, when I went to high school and I had to choose a foreign language, my stepdad told me, he's like, son, you need to learn Mexican or Spanish. I said, no, I want to learn German. You know why? Because Hitler, when he was giving his speeches, I'd watch him on YouTube. And I loved the way German, it sounded, it pumped that blood, the white blood pumps through my veins. It made me proud to be white, to have white heritage. You know what I mean? And then I'd read about Native Americans, and I read about the Apache, like Geronimo, and Sitting Bull, and I'd read about Mexicans, and, you know, rancheros, and, you know, cowboys, and the West, because I was born in Oklahoma, you know, so that, you know, that's always been a fascination of mine, the West, the cowboys, you know. But I guess you could say that, you know, my mentality is my mentality. I don't think anyway any motherfucker tells me, alright? But if shit hits the fucking fan, you know, I'm gonna defend my fucking family, dude. And yeah, my little brother and sister are biracial. Yeah, I have another sister, it's, you know, but I love them to death, you know, they're my family, they're my kin, they're my blood, you know. Yeah, they're my family, that's different. But when it comes down to, you know, who your brothers are, when it comes to a fucking race war, I'm gonna side up with the white people. Because when I was in jail, the fucking black people would fucking dog me, and they tried to take my shit, and I was small, and I was scared. When I was 18, went into jail, and fucking Big AB, Big Honky, OG, came up to me. He's like, hey, leave little boy alone. They looked at him, walked away. Honky looked over at me, and he said, I got your back, Honky. Walked away. I looked at him and said, whoa, wait, how? I was told my whole life I look other. And they looked at me and they said, you don't look Mexican. Yeah, you might have it in you, but your skin's light, boy. You ain't black. You ain't got brown skin. You ain't got red skin. You ain't got yellow skin. I mean, yeah, you got tan skin. Yeah, you might have black hair. You might have brown eyes. Yeah, I mean, but it's light. It's pale. So, you're white, bud. So, that's where I really learned who you side with when you go to jail, you know. I don't speak a lick of Spanish, you know. I ain't black, so I mean, I look at it like this too, you know. You might say I'm fucked up, you might say I have a fucked up mentality, but my experiences in life have molded my mind into what it is, and I don't change it for anybody. And that's my freedom of speech. You know, I can say what the fuck I want. If I don't like black people, I can say I don't like black people. I never said I didn't like black people. But there's a difference between a black person and a nigger. You know? My stepdad taught me that growing up. You know, he's a good man. He works hard. He takes care of his family. you know. But there's a lot of craziness and a lot of dysfunction, you know. And he was abusive. He used to whoop on me growing up. But he was treating me like a man. He was trying to teach me how to be a man. Because my real dad, he's Mexican. Mexican and Apache Indian. Piece of fucking shit, dude. Piece of fucking shit. Didn't give two fucks about me. And then he stepped in and he's showing how to be a man. You know what he told me? He ain't no fucking nigger. I mean, yeah, he's black. But that don't make him no nigger. You know, nigger is... He taught me that. There's a difference. Because we were driving around in the car. He told me, look over on the side of the road, son. I looked over. Two white guys with their pants hanging off their ass. Okay? You know what he told me? He said, son, if I ever see you on the corner with your pants hanging off your ass, I'm going to whoop your ass, boy. That's what he told me. You could say he was abusive. No, I don't think he was abusive. I mean, yeah. I got arrested. He chased me across the field. Beat the shit out of me. Chased me across the field. Ran away. Called my grandma. Came and picked me up. But what's that got to do with anything, huh? Well, that's just my experience. You know, being in jail really, really made me racist. Or just prejudiced. There's a difference. I don't think any race is better than any other race. But I think it's okay to take pride in your heritage and, you know, take pride in your heritage and, you know, be good to people, you know. But, you know, I think you could be friends with people of other races, but I don't think you should mix with them, you know. And that's just how it is with me. I mean, yeah, my stepdad was black, so you might think, oh, well, you know, you should be okay with it. No, I'm not okay with it. Personally, you know, I don't want a black woman. I don't want to marry a black woman. I'm just not attracted to them. I want to marry what I want to marry, and that's either a Native American woman, Hispanic woman, or a Spanish woman, or a white woman. But preferably, I want a white woman, you know, because I want white children. You know, I want to preserve what European ancestry I have left, and you know, it's a proud heritage of mine. But I want my children to know too that, you know, you should be proud of your native heritage as well. You're Apache. You should be proud of your Mexican heritage. Oh yeah, and by the way, you know, you might think, oh shit, this guy River Billy here is fucking, you know, oh his grandpa, oh his descendants is a border hopper. Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you something, you stupid fucks. My grandpa, he was a migrant farm worker for Chihuahua, Mexico. All he knew was farm work, and he was a farmer. Picked fruit, and he wanted to go to America. But how could he do it? The United States government went down to Mexico, and they gave Mexicans the option. If you serve for the United States, if you make it back alive, we'll give you citizenship. So what did he do? He joined, went over, fought, risked his life, killed Nazis, killed fascists, fucked up, traumatized from war, came back, earned his citizenship. Then he moved up to New Mexico, married my grandmother, who was born here, who has Apache and Yaqui Native American blood. Okay? So that's what I know. But that teaches me something. It teaches me that Mexicans aren't bad people. You know, they work hard. They take care of their families. But yeah, they sell drugs. Yeah. But you know what? They are not American citizens. You know, why should we look out for them? I know they want, but I know it's hard for them to get citizenship. But I don't know what to do. They're coming in here in record numbers. You know, they're taking jobs, yeah, like they're not taking away Americans' jobs. There's a shit ton of jobs out there. They work the jobs nobody wants to work. You know that? They're taking jobs nobody wants to work. That's just from my experience. See, these millennials, people in my generation, they don't want to work. They don't want to do the skilled trades. They don't want to do construction. They don't want to weld. They want to sit up their asses behind a computer and do shit that way. And they go to college and they come out with record debts and they can't find jobs and then they want to blame the government. They're stupid. You know, they see these fascists, these liberals, you know, because trust me, it will never happen. They will never, ever, ever change what our founding fathers put on that Constitution. Those shall never be changed. Yeah, I believe that everybody should be treated with respect. I believe everyone, as humans, is in flesh, is, you know, equal. But when it comes to mentality, money, you know, that shit, you know, I mean, obviously it's different, you know? It's fucking different. It's fucking, everybody can't be the same. There has to be rich, there has to be poor, and there has to be middle class. And that's just the way it is. But we have it set up where, you know, if you want to do well in this country, you know, you can go to work. You know, you can go work at McDonald's. You can go, you know, they got benefits. Shit, where I'm at right now, McDonald's is paying grill cooks $10 an hour to flip patties. Then 90 days you get benefits. Yeah, you get shit benefits, but a benefit is a benefit. It beats going to the JFS, getting fucking, you know, care source. You know, I want private insurance. I'm tired of fucking having to, you know, fill out fucking all this paperwork. Oh, it's a pain in the fucking ass, you know? But it's gotta be done, you know? And I don't ask for shit, you know? I don't have a job right now, but I'm going through job training, you know, at a program designed for minorities. Oh, you're gonna think, why is a white man, you know, with other blood gonna go do that? Well, it ain't government ran. It's privately owned. It's non-profit, you know, not a government agency. It's designed to help anybody, but preferably minorities, because they had a hard time. Let's be honest, you know. And I understand that, you know. I believe that you should treat people with respect, you know. You should treat people the way you'd want to be treated. But at the same time, you know, they want your respect. They got to earn it, you know. I don't care how much weed you got. I don't care how big your fucking pistol is. I don't care what kind of car you're driving. I don't care if you got a mixtape out. You know, I don't care who you got to rob, who you shoot, who you kill, how many times you've been to prison, how many times you've been to jail. I've been to fucking jail 4 times. I've been to rehab 3 times. I've been over in the hospital because I'm fucking bipolar. And I flip the fuck out and I have thoughts about wanting to hurt myself and hurt other people. You know, I'm fucked up in the head, you know. But you know what? I don't let that define who I am. You know that? And I won't ever go to the government. I'll never ask the government for food stamps. I'll never ask the government for welfare. I'd rather work at McDonald's. I'd rather work a minimum wage job and live in a halfway house for the rest of my life than fucking ask the government for fucking food stamps. You know that? See, problem with motherfuckers is, oh, everything's getting so expensive. It's because they paint this picture of how you should live. You know? But they don't realize you really want to know how to live and you want to live right, you gotta eat naturally. You know, you gotta, instead of going to McDonald's and get the dollar burger, why don't you take your ass to fucking Kroger's or fucking your supermarket and you eat healthy food. You eat the shit that's on the fucking pyramid, dude. You eat the shit that's on the food pyramid. You know? Instead of fucking watching your goddamn calories, you know, instead of sitting on your ass crying about what the fuck's wrong with you, why don't you take your ass to fucking work? Work. Oh, you got mental health issues. Okay, well, go to a doctor, you know. See a psychiatrist. They go to school for 10 years, you know. They have studies. They do all this shit. And if they're going to sit here and tell you that these dumbass liberal dope smoking hippies are going to sit here and tell you that weed's safer for you than fucking medication, bullshit. You know, I have racing thoughts run through my mind. Every time I smoke pot, I get thoughts about wanting to kill people. You know? I get paranoid. Why the fuck would I want to smoke something that makes me paranoid? I take a Seroquel at a decent time. I go to bed, I wake up. And yeah, I still get the thoughts, but I'm level. And yeah, there's side effects. But you gotta understand too, is that shit's designed. See, people don't realize that there's this thing called the FDA. That they test drugs. And if they don't deem them safe, then they don't put them out there. And I think the reason why people keep dying from, you know, oh, I've read the statistic online that said, I read the statistic that said that, you know, over 10,000 people every year die from complications related to pharmaceutical drugs. Well, yeah, the narcotic, but the non-narcotic won't kill you. Of course, if you pop a whole script, say you have 3,200 milligram tablets of Seroquel, quetiapine ferment, which is the generic version of it, and you pop about 30 of them, right? Well, if you do the math, see, if you pop 10 of them would be about 2,000 milligrams. So, you know, I'm a dumb hillbilly. What the fuck do I know, huh? So, I'm a little slow, but bear with me. So, if you pop a whole bottle of them sons of bitches, that's about 6,000 milligrams of Seroquel going into your body. Of course you're gonna fucking overdose. Of course you're gonna get sick. Of course you're gonna fucking, your body's not gonna be able to handle it. But you dumb fuck, it says only take one before bedtime. So if you have Xanax, that's the shit. Benzodiazepines, amphetamines, that's the shit that'll kill your ass. That shit, narcotics. See, narcotics, that shit ain't in their system. And these dumbass liberals want to sit here, or dope smoking hippies want to sit here and say, oh, well, weed has got fucking THC or cannabinoids in it. And it's natural. All the chemicals in weed are in your brain. Well, I mean, well, yeah, I guess you could say that. But here's the thing. Those cannabinoids that are in your brain, the cannabinoids in weed mock the cannabinoids that are in your brain. Your brain can't tell the difference. You have THC receptors, or you get what I'm saying. I'm ignorant, I'm stupid, but I'm just saying. I think the problem is how you. I think weed, medication wise. I think marijuana, if it's grown in a controlled environment, it's ingested properly, I think definitely has potential to be I would say it has potential to be a medicine. But it's how you ingest it. That's the key. See, your body naturally is made to drink water and eat like fruit, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, and shit like that, you know? Your body ain't made to smoke things. But even though, you know, humans have been smoking for fucking thousands of years. You know, the Chinese were the first people to actually mention anything about smoking cannabis for medicinal purposes. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know. But I think the shit, weed affects everybody differently. So the way it affects me ain't the way it affects you, bud. See, I got mental health issues. See, I can't smoke sativa strains because if I smoke sativa, my brain starts racing. And the last thing I need is my brain going like this. So I smoke something, calms my brain down. Calm my body. Calm body, calm mind. You know? Fidgety body, fidgety mind. It all starts up here. You see what I'm saying? See, my brain reacts faster. You know? I have a low tolerance for alcohol. You know, if I drink, it hits me like that. You know, I'm like a female, you know? I drink 2, 3 beers and I feel drunk. But you know what? I could drink a lot. See, when I was 19, I used to work at Roses, right? And I was sober the first month I worked there. Then the last month I worked there, I was drinking every day after work. Because I had a buddy, or a neighbor. Different, he wasn't no buddy. He was just a neighbor. You know, there's a difference. You know, I had to chill with the motherfucker. He wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, but he bought me what I wanted and I bought him what he wanted. I ain't gonna mention names. And one thing I'll teach you little young fucks. See, you sit here and you make rap videos about your dirt, about the shit you do. But the problem is, you incriminate yourself. You don't ever talk about names. You never talk about the dirt. But you could say, like, you know, just a brief general thing of which, you know, like, it was bad. It was fucked up. You know, that's all I can really say. I was doing things that ain't legal. But I ain't gonna say what, because I ain't stupid enough to incriminate myself. You know what I mean? That's, my mentor taught me that. He taught me that I never talk about dirt. I never brag about dirt. You know what I mean? I don't brag about stupid shit like that. Because then people will test you. Always stay quiet. Mouth shut, eyes and ears always open. Fists always up. Pistol always cocked back, ready to go. You know? This is the world we live in now. See, I get scared because, you know, I see where I gotta go to my class is in it's in a hood. It's in the hood, you know? And me walking through the hood, not being black, not being hood, see, that's how black folks think, you know? I mean, I ain't got no problem with black people at all, you know, but I'm just saying. They look at you, they think two things. Alright, what the fuck you doing down here? You know, you want dope, or you're obviously a cop, or you're a lick. So they're gonna test you. If they think you're a cop, they're just gonna shoot you and let you die. So I get scared. I'm not gonna lie. You might think, oh, a real man admits fear, and that's the thing people don't understand, is that a real man admits fear. You know that? You know, I ain't afraid, but I think about that shit. I think about what's gonna happen. I'm always checking my 12 and my 6. You know? Because that's all I got. You know, I keep my mouth shut. Keep my eyes open. Keep my ears open. Keep my fists up. It's pretty soon I'm gonna get me a little pistol. You know, everybody, oh, you know, bigger the caliber. You know, bigger the caliber. You know, you're a pussy if you ain't shooting anything 40 cal and up. You're a pussy that. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, bud. See, a 45 or a 40 cal, those are pretty big fucking guns, dude. And when you shoot that shit, those motherfuckers bounce back. I shot a 44 Magnum, you know. I shot You know, I've shot 9s, I've shot 22s, I've shot 32s. You know, never shot a shotgun. You know, I'll tell you right now, you don't want something that's gonna, you know, when you shoot it, yeah, it might take them down. But if you don't know how to shoot, because when you're in that situation, I bet, where it's life and death, you get scared. And if you ain't trained to react out of habit, out of instinct, so you're either going to fight or you're going to flight or you're just going to stand there. That's my instinct. You know, my dad or stepdad whooping on me growing up, teaching me, disciplining me in the manly form, taught me I take shit, I'll take a hit. I don't give hits, I take hits. And then I learned how to box, my uncle taught me how to box. I wrestled, I did taekwondo, you know, I did all that shit. And it taught me how to defend myself. Karate, kickboxing, all that shit. I don't tell nobody I did it, you know, because then they're gonna want to fight me. And that's what I did. I wore a hoodie that had a tournament I was in on it. And this guy was like, "Oh, you do karate?" I went to an all-black school. You know, trust me, man. I was trying to fit in. You know, I was. For me, it wasn't me trying to be. I was trying to be a. Say what you will, but you know, people, they say social chameleon. You know, I try to survive. For me, everything's survival. You know, I would want to survive and be alright in this environment. So if I'm in an environment where there's a bunch of black folks, and my stepdad's black, and he acts like a black person. You know, I mean black folks and white folks and Hispanics think differently from each other. You know, there's just some things about their culture that's different. You know, that's why everybody has these stereotypes. Yeah, he I don't know, I'm not going to get into that, but my point is, you know, I had the Jordans, I had the fade, I had the Jordans, I had the, you know, the baggy pants, the Nike hoodie, I had the Jesus piece, I had the Scarface, I had the Tupac picture in my room, I had the, you know, the Lowrider magazine, I had the, you know, the 45-inch, you know, big TV with the Xbox 360 with, you know, all the latest games and, you know, the fur on my bed. I had a zoot suit, you know, looking like a gangster, you know. To me, being young, it's so, what would you call it? It's so, it's just, you like it, you love it, catchy, you want to be like that. And then having an African American stepfather kind of reinforces it, you know. But the same man that, you know, listened to rap music, you know, picking me up in his hoopty Saturn, you know, works a good job, blue collar, OG mentality, you know, OG mentality, you know, streetwise, you know, trade smart, blue collar OG. That's the term I use to coin it. My stepdad, old stepdad, whatever, blue collar OG, and he taught me how he knew, what he wanted me to be. Grew up in a black household. You know, that's what I liked about it. I liked the culture. I liked how I love the music. I grew up listening to Gucci Mane, Juvenile, Lil Wayne. You know, I grew up listening to all that shit. Had a African American stepfather, his family, you know, uncles. You know, I mean, he wasn't gang affiliated, so he wasn't. I won't say he was an OG, but yeah, he was old head, man. He was old school. He'd been to prison, you know, been in the game. My aunt, you know, my step aunt, same, you know, been in the game, you know, just street. street hood mentality. I grew up around it. I used to think like it. And I used to be proud of my hair. They emphasized for me being young and impressionable that, take pride in your heritage, Jake. So I try to be black. I try to act hood. And, try to act hood. And, it turned out my stepdad, he's like, boy, you ain't black. You're Latino, Mexican, whatever, Indian, and white. Start acting like it. So he wanted me to be, he didn't want me to be that way. He wanted me to be a good, upstanding kid. Growing up, he told me, he's like, son, you need to join the military. Son, why don't you become a police officer? Son, you're going to good schools. That's how it was. He worked, so him and my mom worked jobs they hated. Stepdad being a truck driver, mom being an LPN. At a nursing home, taking care of old folk. I lived in a nice, decent house, older house. I had a good life. It was rough though. Mom was an alcoholic. Stepdad had a temper. Strict. Temper. Got hit. You fuck up, you got hit. Did good. You got anything you wanted. You want the new J's? Nah. I want the Converse instead. Because I looked at it too like, well, man, I'm part Hispanic or I have Hispanic heritage. I want to be like them. But that's not what you want. Oh, and having, an African American step family that's been in the street, that knows the game, that's who they are, it rubbed off on me. Alright? So I understand the hood mentality. I've been to jail. I grew up around black folks. I ran the streets. When I was 18, strung it on dope. Drugs, alcohol. Sitting there in front of a gas station, stop and go, down in Clifton, trying to serve a half a G loud just so I have enough money to go eat. Sleeping outside, manipulating people. Hey man, let me stay at your house, I found a job, da-da-da. Fill out all these applications, steal all their chains, run to the gas station, buy FTs and a 2-liter fucking Big K, and I'm chugging the whole thing, smoking, chain smoking, non-stop, because I'm broke. I'm so stuck in my mind, just trying to get high. I was a fucked up teenager, angry. But anyway, then my mom married a hillbilly, and he taught me how to be a hillbilly, how to be a redneck. And I'm not saying, see, here's the difference. See, people want to be things, and people grow up around it, and they become a product of their environment. And for me, my stepdad is the real deal. Like, he's what people would call, redneck, hick, hillbilly. But he's the real deal, and that's the thing. He works hard. See, he married my mother, went to ITT Tech school, and this man stutters. He has a hard time pronouncing words. But this man was only a quarter credit away from graduating with a 2-year associate's degree in electrical engineering. He lived with my mom, me, and my grandmother in a basement. Cats pissing everywhere. He couldn't get a good job because of an accident, trucking accident. So he worked at McDonald's. And he worked drove a Jeep Cherokee, and he loved to fish, listen to Tesla, listen to, country, outlaw country, you know, grew out, had a big old beard, took me fishing, and I looked up to this man. I don't know why, but it's every young man's natural instinct to look up to a father figure. He was a good man. Taught me morals, taught me how to drive. Just being a dad, being a stepdad, being a father figure. And I was fortunate to have Bart, and I was fortunate to have Paul. But he taught me how to be a redneck, a hillbilly, guns, So this man, he worked his way out of McDonald's while he was going to school and living in my grandma's basement to getting a union job, union ODOT job. And he went there. And he worked. He made real good money because he has experience doing construction, tile. And this man had his own tile business. He's a 6'3", big guy. Knees are fucked up. Alright? This man had his own tile business for 20 years. This man is a diesel mechanic. Went to diesel mechanic school, auto mechanic school. Ran his own tile company. And then, he's not cartilage in his knees are fucked. His back's fucked up from doing it. So he resorted to working at McDonald's and get on with the union. And then he and my mother got married, moved out. He bought of course he bought a 150. That's what any redneck does as soon as they get that good job and that good paycheck. They make a down payment on a truck. Yep, that's just truth. You might think it's a stereotype, but it's true. Because every good old boy knows, the truck, you can always make money with the truck. It's just more practical to have than a fucking car. Because, hey, your buddy needs help moving shit. Alright, pack all that shit in the back of your truck. Fucking, hey, bud, here's the gas. Boom. Oh, I need some money, too, on top of it. Boom. I always make money with the truck. Anyway, he was in the ODOT. Forget which garage he was in. It's an ODOT garage out of Miamitown, Ohio. So that garage. So Paul worked, and he was the guy driving big salt trucks. And what happened was he was sitting there in the truck. Some dumbass fucking truck driver, semi-truck driver, drunk, crashed into the side of him on the side of the highway, full force, fucked his shoulder up. After that, went back to work. After he went back to work, he was doing good. Then him and my mom bought a condo. They lived in the hood. The hood. Ghetto. They didn't fuck with him. You know why? Because he showed respect. So then they moved to a condo. Real nice apartment. With a pool. Lived there. And then he kept working. And then him and my mom got a house. Real nice house. Most expensive house in a small town. Small blue collar, hard working town, Laughlin, Ohio. Shout out. And he stayed there, and pride, dude. Pride. And then my stepdad was working on the side of the highway. And this stupid ass dope fiend, glass head bitch, gets in her car with her kids in the car. Nods out going 95, crashes into my stepdad. Breaks all his sternum, fucks him up, breaks his knees. He can't move. He's hospitalized. He's in the hospital. His neck's fucked up. He couldn't eat. He couldn't swallow. So they had to put a trach in. This man was my mom thought he was gonna die. You know that? My mom thought he was gonna die. I looked at this man and I cried my eyes out, dude. You know? I sat there, I looked and I said, Paul, you ain't just my stepdad, you're my Paul. You're my dad. You're being a dad to me, and I don't give a shit. Taught me everything I know. And mentally speaking, like mentality wise, you know, just trying to paint this picture on how I think, you know. And he recovered. He has PTSD real bad from it. He can't work. Can't work. So I guess the whole point of my story is, you know, that man taught me a lot. Bart, my other stepdad, taught me a lot. If it weren't for them, they molded me into the man I am today. Now, to explain about all the white pride and all the, well, that is more the river Billy. See, the reason why I call myself a river Billy is I mean, where I live, I mean, it ain't the Appalachian foothills, you know. 2 counties over, those are Appalachian counties, southeastern Ohio, you know. Members of the Appalachian County Commission. So, I mean, it's just the way of life down here. It's just the river. You got the Ohio River, where I'm from, where I'm living. You got the Ohio River, then you got the little Miami. I start hanging out in Newtown, Ohio, just fishing, frog gigging, canoeing, drinking beer on the river, and that's just a part of. So we're river builders, we don't live in the hills, so we're river builders, and that's what we are, river grits. We have a good time in the river. That's just what we do. That's why we're river builders. The river. That's what we do, man. Drink beer, Milwaukee's best ice. Throw a pole in the river. Go fishing. But yeah, all this white pride shit. It's just doing that DNA test, seeing how much European I am. Really shows me, just makes me feel proud. I've always been proud to be white. And then I listen to these people, white nationalists, and they talk about, we're not our hate group. We don't hate people of other races. We just want to take pride in our heritage because we feel like our people need a voice. I rock with that, man. They don't promote hate anymore, I mean, I guess some of them do. Don't get me wrong, it's out there. Like, there are people that legit hate people of other races and will shoot them on sight. Black people do it. White people, not so much. Black people do it. Latinos do it. Mexicans and blacks in California, they're at war with each other. It's a race war out there. See, if a black walks into a Mexican neighborhood, shot on sight. Mexican walks into a black neighborhood, Bloods and Crips shooting at them, killing them. That's just how it is. White people, I mean, they're out in the holler, they're out in the hills, they're out in the country. Now, black people out in the country think differently than black people in the city. See, that's one thing I learned about life. It's about your environment you're in. There's different types of people. You can't pigeonhole them. I mean, people are people, but particularly people in the city, don't matter what color you are, gonna act hood. City. People in the suburbs, no matter what color you are, gonna act suburban. People out in the country, no matter what color you are, gonna act country. People out in the Appalachian foothills or people down near rivers, they're gonna think like that. So that's the point. People with different environments think And I've lived in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Bethany, Oklahoma, Tuttle, Oklahoma. Lived in Cincinnati, Ohio, Marymount, Ohio, or Anderson Township, Forestville, Ohio, suburbs. Lived in Westwood, Western Hills, Cheviot, Ohio, small little Catholic town, blue collar. Lived in Laughlin, Ohio, small blue collar town. You know, ain't no farm town, but it's a small blue collar town. You know, I've lived in jail, lived in lived in hospitals, lived in the country, down in southwestern Kentucky, Morganfield, Kentucky, Union County. Nothing but cornfields, flat for miles. People with thick southern draws. You know, I've been all over the country. Been to Virginia, been through West Virginia. You know, been through Tennessee, been to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, been to Texas. I mean, I've been in the South, you know, and I like where I'm at, you know. So I guess the whole point of the video is just a raw, open-minded thing. I mean, if y'all want to hear who I am, if y'all want to see who I am, well, it ain't never gonna happen. Some of the shit I say, I feel like people might shoot me over. So, but I don't give a fuck. It's River Billy here. God bless.